Hello dear friends, welcome to Certify Me YouTube channel. In this video let us discuss AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner practice questions. Without wasting the time, let's get started. Which AWS service helps deliver highly available applications with fast failover for multi-region and multi-AZ architectures? The options are option A, AWS Amazon Web Application Firewall, option B, AWS Global Accelerator, option C, AWS Shield, option D, AWS Direct Connect. The correct answer is option B, AWS Global Accelerator. Next question. Which task is the customer's responsibility according to the AWS Shared Responsibility Model? The options are option A, maintain the security of the AWS cloud, option B, configure firewalls and networks, option C, patch the operating system of Amazon RDS instances, option D, implement physical and environmental controls. The correct answer is option B, configure firewalls and networks. Next question. A developer needs to maintain a development environment infrastructure and a production environment infrastructure in a repeatable fashion. Which AWS service should the developer use to meet these requirements? The options are option A, AWS Ground Station, option B, AWS Shield, option C, AWS Lot Device Defender, option D, AWS Cloud Formation. The correct answer is option D, AWS Cloud Formation. AWS Cloud Formation lets you model, provision, and manage AWS and third-party resources by treating infrastructure as code. Let's move on to the next question. Which AWS cloud benefit is shown by an architecture's ability to withstand failures with minimal downtime? The options are option A, agility, option B, elasticity, option C, scalability, option D, highly availability. The correct answer is option D, highly availability. Next one. Which of the following are advantages of the AWS cloud? Choose two options. Option A, trade variable expenses for capital expenses. Option B, high economies of scale. Option C, launch globally in minutes. Option D, focus on managing hardware infrastructure. Option E, over provision to ensure capacity. The right options are option B and option C. Ability to quickly change required capacity. With AWS Cloud, users can easily scale their infrastructure up or down based on demand. This flexibility allows for rapid adjustment of resources to match applications' needs, enabling cost optimization and efficient resource utilization. Option C, high economies of scale. AWS operates at large scale, serving millions of customers globally. This scale allows AWS to achieve cost efficiencies and pass on the benefits to customers. By leveraging AWS services, users can access enterprise-grade infrastructure and services without the need for significant upfront investment in hardware or infrastructure. Next question. A company wants to manage its AWS cloud resources through a web interface. Which AWS service will meet this requirement? The options are option A, AWS Management Console, option B, AWS CLI, option C, AWS SDK, option D, AWS Cloud9. The correct answer is option A, AWS Management Console. Next question. Which AWS service is used to provide encryption for Amazon EBS? EBS means Elastic Block Store. The options are AWS Certificate Manager, option B AWS System Manager, option C AWS KMS, option D AWS Config. The correct answer is option C. Use Amazon EBS encryption as a straightforward encryption solution for your EBS resources associated with your EC2 instances. With Amazon EBS encryption, you are not required to build, maintain, and secure your own key management infrastructure. Amazon EBS encryption uses AWS KMS keys when creating encrypted volumes and snapshots. Next question. Which AWS service or feature can be used to create a private connection between an on-premises workload and an AWS cloud workload? The options are option A Amazon Route 53, option B Amazon Messi, option C AWS Direct Connect, option D AWS Private Link. The correct answer is option C. Direct Connect is for private dedicated connection between on-premise, and AWS Private Link is used when you communicate with the third-party VPC and it requires a network load balancer and ENI. AWS Private Link establishes connectivity between VPCs and AWS services without exposing data to the internet. Direct Connect create a dedicated network connection to AWS. Next one. A company wants to establish a schedule for rotating database user credentials. Which AWS service will support this requirement with the least amount of operational overhead? Option A AWS Systems Manager, option B AWS Secrets Manager, option C AWS License Manager, option D AWS Manager Services. The correct answer is option B AWS Secrets Manager. Next one. A company wants to assess its operational readiness. It also wants to identify and mitigate any operational risks ahead of a new product launch. Which AWS support plan offers guidance and support for this kind of event at no additional charge? The options are option A AWS Business Support, option B AWS Basic Support, option C AWS Developer Support, option D AWS Enterprise Support. The correct answer is option D AWS Enterprise Support.